I laugh. I was just watching this little video on YouTube from one of the major networks. I think it might have been CBS, but they were interviewing somebody and saying, you know, Walmart is, well, pulling their rifles and ammunition off the shelves. Okay, they're implying that they're quitting selling them. Well, honestly, I didn't really know that Walmart sold guns. I haven't been in a Walmart for a hell of a long time. And if I was seriously looking for a gun, the last place I'm looking is at a Walmart. You know, but I know a lot of people bought ammunition from Walmart. But it just surprised me that they were making a big deal of this. You know, they're making it sound, they were implying that they weren't going to be selling them. Well, that isn't the actual truth there. I guess Walmart had quit selling handguns sometime back, but they were still selling rifles. But I don't know what these rifles were like, and I guess it's only in some of the Walmarts or something like that. But all they were doing now was making sure that they weren't on the shelves. They were locking them up because with all these, you know, peaceful protesters breaking down the doors and going in and running off with everything, like what happened in Philadelphia. They wanted to make sure that their guns don't get out on the street in the wrong hands. That's all it was. But they made it sound like, oh, they're taking them off the shelves so these white militias don't get guns. Yeah. It's kind of crazy how they reinterpret what was actually said. You know, if you're in a militia, I think you're pretty well armed already. You aren't going to rely on going into Walmart to pick up your last little items that you need. That was funny. But yeah, I can see you don't want to have these things out on the shelves where they can run off with them, you know, where these peaceful protesters can just go in, take a handful of guns, shopping cart full of ammunition. Yeah, you don't want that. I was surprised they said that half the guns sold in the United States come out of Walmart. Well, this is news to me, you know, complete news to me. When I've seen it in Walmart, has never been anything. You know, I have seen in some Walmarts where they had some guns, but it was always the low-end stuff, you know. And if they quit selling handguns, that's what most people are buying guns now. They're looking to buy a handgun. The handguns are still widely available every gun store I'm in. It's the ammunition that's in short supply. You know, it surprises me, you know, because I know of people who have just bought a gun now, and the ammunition, you know, they bought a handgun, but the shop owner has ammunition set aside for people who buy guns. They aren't just selling ammunition, but, you know, you can't sell a gun unless you can sell ammunition, and they can get it that way. You know, and that's usually these little 9mm that the people are buying. But, you know, that's a defense kind of thing. You know, it isn't really an offensive weapon. If somebody's buying offensive weapons, you aren't buying them in Walmart. But there again, that's always, you know, the nonsense with the automatic rifles, which are only semi-automatic, and assault weapons, which really, again, semi-automatic. You know, it's just nonsense. But I tell you, Walmart not having guns out on the shelf, the only difference it could possibly make is to keep it out of the hands of looters. That's all. You know, if you still want to buy a gun from Walmart, if they're a Walmart that sells firearms, you can go in there, you can buy a gun from them. They just don't have them out on the shelf, which makes nothing but sense, you know. But, you know, according to this major network. Nope, they were pulling them off the shelves, keeping them out of the hands of the white militia. Yeah, I'm tired of white supremacist nonsense. You know, it isn't like the place is crawling with the white supremacists, neo-Nazis. It's with people who just ordinary people who want to have a gun on hand because there's all this crap going down, and it's gotten to the point where you can't count on the police. You know, because even like during this, when they were tearing apart this Walmart, the cops couldn't do anything, and now they actually were making a law where they can't use rubber bullets and they can't use tear gas. I don't know why there is a, you know, it used to be looters were shot on sight. I mean, that was just the theory. You know, you didn't have to play a game with them. So now you have all these cops out there on bicycles trying to stop all these looters. I don't know, whatever happened to the big burly Irishman with a belly full of donuts and a shotgun in one hand and a billy club in the other? Put a stop to it. I don't know when our police got to be these wimpy little guys riding bicycles, going up against wimpy little guys on skateboards with umbrellas. You know, it's a weird situation, but Walmart isn't going to quit selling guns. If they sell half the guns in the country, they ain't going to quit.